Good. Good morning. Sunday fun day is underway, right, Kirsten?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday fun day. We're all good and ready to go. We're going to march all the way to the front of our mats and find our feet a little wider than hip width apart, toes aiming straight forward. Take the ball of your big toe, each foot, push it into the mat and bring some straightness into the legs. Let's hollow out the belly, almost like we're drawing it in and upwards. As we do so, we're going to grow our spinal column. Imagine a spring from the top of the head, descending all the way to the base of the spine, pulling high to the sky. And as you pull that line, let's take the shoulders. Let's rotate the palms so they face backwards and separate your fingers widely. Now, straighten through the arms. And as you continue to lift your shoulders skyward, I'd like you to open the palms and then gently pull the elbows slightly backwards, just a little bend, keeping those palms and fingers actively working right now. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, let's begin to keep the pull of the elbows backwards as we push the hips from side to side, slowly enjoying the transition across. Let's double up that chin, keep that neck nice and long. Do a little bit of breathing with this, inhaling as you come to the center point, exhaling as your hips push to one side. It's a little faster breath, you'll get it. All right, now let's calm this whole thing. Draw your booty backwards as you begin to descend the upper body. Pull the elbows high to the sky. Almost like we're pinning those shoulders backwards as we raise the body, and as we lower down, we have that slight pull of the elbows. You're going to increase the range of motion on the downward movements as your body finds the ability to do so. Keep the spine and neck long. Come up. As we come up this time, hold up, serve those hands out. Close the fingers, bring the forearms together. Take the fingertips and drop them to the earth. Extend the arms forward, draw back the booty. As you do so, now let's raise the hands up. And as you exhale, let's pull the elbows, trace the rib cage, pull them all the way back, make the hands into fists, and then begin to rotate your thumbs to the sky. While you keep the neck long, we're going to put a little bend in those knees, and we're going to do a few good mornings. As we raise and lower, again, it's almost like you're pinning the shoulders backwards, raising and lowering. Increase the cadence, increase your cadence, up and down, get a little more movement going on. And as we raise up, stand straight, straighten out the knees, extend those hands again, forearms come together, and we're going to roll them to touch and interlock the fingers. There we go. Now, draw the elbows downward, extend the arms outwards. You feel a nice pull over the back of the shoulders. We're going to keep that as we begin a little bit of rhythmic rotation from side to side. Try to keep the carriage, the shoulder carriage, and the align of the hands, which is basically the center part of your chest, in place as we rotate from side to side. Let the hips find a little bit of room to wander through this. Let the knees and everything else kind of relax now. Give me a little faster movement, and then bring it back center, relax and shake it out. Draw those shoulders up, open those palms once again, rotate them all the way so they face out to the sides, and then sweep up and salute your sun. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders high, exhaling, drawing those shoulders back and down. Let's do that a couple more times. Slowly, of course. On the next inhale, as you exhale it out, fold it down, find your hands on that floor or mat, step your feet back into plank pose. Lower the knees. We're not looking to invest in big, hard work right now. We're just warming up still. We're going to float the hips back and forward and down and up and back. We're going to keep our toes tucked for the meantime, and we're going to modify this in a couple more repetitions. Yeah, I have a runny nose today. TMI. All right. On the next back, Flip the script on the feet, come onto the tops, walk the hands back and come onto your knees. We're gonna support this to begin. You're gonna lean in, you're gonna like the upper body flex down and inhale and extend. When you extend, try to come back into the heels. And when you flex down, go all the way down, forehead if it's possible, touching the mat. Doing that nice release through the chin. And all to that spinal column. All right, we're arriving back up onto all fours, toes tucked. Draw the hips upward and backward to an abbreviated down dog. Drive the heels to the earth. Walk the hands back to the heels. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. You got the movement. Keep it going for a few more breaths. Holding with back and extension. Draw your booty back. Push the ball of each big toe. Straighten through the legs. As you keep the extension from the back, let's unravel it. Come all the way up. Salute. Great job. Now let the hands descend over heart. Interlock the fingers. Take your left foot off the earth. So your knee raises and steps forward. You're going to come in with a deep bend and we're going to push back. We're going to switch to the opposite side. So we're like stepping and reversing that. Keep the repetitions going. You can say you went for a walk today in your yoga class. We're going to rep a couple more times. And then we're going to come back to our standing position, keeping our fingers interlocked. We're going to extend the arms all the way up as we come into a chair leg pose. I'd like you to let the hips descend. Be mindful you're not winking in. You got that nice extension without really thrusting backwards. You have a good balance of weight in the feet. Lower down and raise up. And do that a couple more times. Try to guide the knees to work straight forward, not in and out. Try to get a little lower on the next rep. Now, release the arms, open the palms to face the earth and spread your fingers widely. Pull with a proud chest, the arms backwards. Pelvic rocking. So let's rock it a little bit. Feel how it moves. Feel when it feels kind of good in a nice spot. Hold on to that spot. Proud of the chest. Grow the neck. Squat it a little more. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Rotate the palms to face. Sink a little lower. Hold a little higher. Stand it big and tall. And release and fold it down. Good job. Inhale, extend. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale and extend, flat back, step it back to plank. Down onto your knees. Float it back to child's pose. Float it forward. We practiced this earlier. Forward, backward, baby cobra, maybe a little bit better. Couple more times. Now, back onto all fours. Cat, cow. Here we go. As we come down to a neutral spine, broaden out the width of the hands and the knees. Try to keep an alignment with knees and feet. And then take your knees slowly up off the earth and then slowly put them back down. We raise the knees. I'd like you to be mindful of the torso. Make sure it's just kind of nestle in between the arms, not moving so much. We're just going to be activating a little bit of our core subsystem, getting it physically ready for some of the work we're about to put into it. On the next rep, hold it up. Pull the hips high. Drive the heels down.
pushing back with the hands, pulling high your tailbone to the sky. Double up that chin, proud out that chest. Drive those heels, come up to the tippy toes. Drive and toes. Keep it going. Let's float it back down onto all fours. Take the right hand, reach it forward. Raise it high, take the left leg, set it back. Bring elbow and knee together. And extend back out. And do that a few more times. Slowly, of course. Try to keep the level shoulders and the hips as you transition in and out. And let's everyone meet all back on all fours, only to switch sides. On the next rep, let's find ourselves back on all fours. Let's take the hips backwards. Let's make a V shape with the butt being the low point and the shoulders being high, almost like you're a cat ready to pounce. So we have the toes tucked presently. I like you to take the hands, walk them forward just enough where we have a nice elevation still in the shoulder. Find flexion of the back. We're going to start pulling an imaginary string tied to the center part of the back. Get that nice pull hopefully through the lats as we have that nice pull, float forward the body. And then straighten the spine. Let the torso descend in between the arms. Rotate the elbows inwardly. Before we float it back, give me that arch in the back and float backwards, the hips. Keeping the arch, float forward. Extend the spine, drop the torso, rotate the elbows, push back up, flexion through the spine as we draw back. Do that a couple more times. As everyone meet on all fours as we take the legs and step them backwards into a plank. Hold on this plank, keeping an alignment through the neck and the spinal column. We're going to go to a pike-like position by walking the hands, baby steps, back to a down dog situation. Push to the tippy toes, drive the heels. Do that a couple more times. All right, now take the right knee, bend it to elevate the right foot off the floor. Try to get it in towards your butt as best you can. Sweep that joint forward so the foot is kind of landing as far forward as you can. As you inhale, grow that spinal column. You can move your feet out. If it didn't land, instead of move so you can get some stability, just do it. You know what needs to be done. Now, take that right hand inside the right foot. Take that left foot and anchor it by putting the heel on the earth. Angle the toes slightly forward. Keep that nice, long back and spinal column and kind of enjoy a little bit of that inward thigh. Now, take the right knee. Let's make sure we posted the right arm, excuse me, inside that right foot, and take the right knee and push it into that right arm. So we have a little bit of medial or middle or inside thigh muscle working. Now, keep that push, let the left hand float free. Take it out, sweep it out beside the body, and then take the left shoulder and open it to the sky. While we hold on this, I'd like you to take the back foot and the front foot and try to pull them together. So we're isometrically activating that pull. And on the next breath, release it. Come up onto the toes of that back foot, frame the front foot, step it backwards, drive the heels, pull up and back to down dog. Left knee bends, left heel finds the butt, left foot steps forward up and in between the hands and adjusts the space. Left hand steps inside. Excuse me. As we begin to experience the pull, we also want a little bit of push. Push the left knee into the left arm. Let that right arm kind of ball free, sweep it out to the side, and then take that right shoulder and open it to the side, sky. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, the back heel is down. That's right. Both legs pull together. We're coming to the center line. As we hold on this, lots of stuff going on. Knee pushing arm, feet pulling together, shoulder rotating to the sky. As you release the next breath, hands come down, frame the foot, step it back, pull up and back to down dog. Hands walk back to the feet. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Pilates style. Stack it up, come up. Salute the sun. There's everyone's beautiful bright face. Reach high, inhale. Exhale, relax, float it down to have a seat. Oh my goodness, what is going on, folks? Gonna grab a little water. Apologies, a little congested today. I don't know why, but it's not as bad as it sounds. Oh, I know, bad jokes. Let's take it down all the way. Gonna find a nice supine position, lying down on your back. You got the heels flexed. You got the heels pushing away from the body. So ankles flex, heels push away from the body. We're gonna find a little bit of lumbar stabilization by simply guiding both knees up and into the chest. Now, send them back out again. And before we pull them back in again, I want you to feel the sensation of touch on your backside. So slowly pull them in and see at which point that lower back of yours touches the mat. And that's our stable point there. I want you to find that. That's where your extension in that lumbar or lower back spinal column is nice. And just rock it a little bit forward to back. Make it feel nice and comfortable. Yeah. So let's take the hands under the kneecaps and pull off the center line your legs. So your feet kind of hanging out by the back side of your legs. Just feel a nice little forward and backward rock. So we're just moving those legs ever so slightly. The range, if you wanted more, you could always release the kneecaps and then use the hands on the handies to allow them to move forward and up as far as you can. Find that low back sensation and let the knees lower. But when the knees lower, try to keep that low back connected to the earth. So we're kind of training a little bit of spinal stability as we make range of motion of our legs happen. Now, grab a hold of the kneecaps, bring the legs together, hold them in, and bring your forehead up to meet the knees in order for us to rock forward and back up to a seated position. We're going to come back down again. So hands on kneecaps, hollowing out, C-curving the spine, getting back down. And once again, we're going to roll back up slowly. The issue is the slowness. So the slower you go, the more the muscle activation. You'll feel that kind of belly getting a little more engaged. Let's do it again. Slowly up. And then on the next iteration of this, when you raise that upper body, we C-curve it onto the sit bones, and then you straighten out that spinal column. Getting on the sit bones, there we go. And then slowly C-curve it down, take it down, and rock it up. Slowly, oops. Nice proud chest as the legs now descend onto the earth.
Widen them out a little wider than hip width. Bring the hands inward and let's start walking and folding and enjoying this.
Let the spine, neck, all of it relax. See if you can get your forearms onto the mat. If they're not available, it's like a no-go. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy that nice long length. We're going to bring it back to work by inhaling and extending through the spinal column and walking those hands back into a wider leg stack pose. Let's bring hands over heart. Now, you can cantilever to offset some of the effective work, but if you can, I like you to Pilates style. Drop your chin, C-curve your spine, and slowly lower down. Remember, we were warming up these muscles earlier. Chin drops, and we slowly bring it back up. So we're doing Pilates style. Now let the arms shoot out in between the legs. Hang out for a breath. Let the upper body just kind of relax, while the lower body, like your midsection, you're actively pulling your belly button up and into the spinal column. So we take it back down. Hands over heart. Slowly down, extending out, stretching both ways. And then we're going to come back up. So this is kind of like a pump. We're moving cortisol off of your belly, believe it or not. And the most important aspect is the hollowing out of the belly button itself. It's kind of like helping to force fluid through. Slowly coming back down. Extending the arms all the way out. Bringing them back, hands over heart, chin drops, and vertebrae by vertebrae. Oh, it feels like there's some muscle work going on here. Diving out. One more time, we're moving on afterwards. To begin it, slowly bring it back. Take it all the way down. Extend it all the way out. Bring hands over heart, drop that chin, peel those vertebrae. Inhale, keep the spine flexed. Chin is tucked. Arms extend out. From here, we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. We're going to walk in and then bring our feet to a position wide enough and in far enough where we have relatively good connection. We're going to keep the arms in between the legs. Down, take the ball of each big toe, push it into the mat, and then bring the knees together. Resist with the arms. Row the spinal column. Proud in the chest, pull the shoulders back, keep those arms and legs working against each other, but really for you. Keep it going. Proud, longer, both in the neck and the spinal column. Now, give me a big impact muscle contraction here. Like I'm going to shoot a cannonball into your belly. I want you to make it nice and engaged. Proud out the chest, grow the spinal column, fire up those abs. And then release everything, slowly take it back down. Extend the legs all the way out. And then step your heels in, hip width apart. Step the heels in just an inch, just a fraction of what you would like to do. And then turn your big toes into touch, bring your thighs to meet. They've missed each other, so let them spend some time together right now. And let them bring a big embrace here. So focus on the push of the thighs. Give me that right now. And as I continue to talk, you continue to work. Now, while those thighs reacquaint, I'd like you to take the feet and flex them big so you can feel that strong activation of that shin muscle. So normally one toe's on top of the other. Switch it up. Pull in the toes. Squeeze those thighs, and then switch the toes once again. Pull them in, squeeze the thighs. Any trembling going on is all good. So work on that as you keep those two attributes working, as you work to flex and squeeze. I'd like you to take your shoulder blades and flatten them out. Take your fingers and cup them so that the tips can be your connection point. As you keep the fingertips connected, I'm going to check in with those thighs and those toes. Are they flexing still? Don't give up on this. Give it even a minimal effort, but give me your most effort if you can. Proud out the chest, push the tips to the earth, push your heels now into the earth. That's gonna really amplify the muscle activation. What we started earlier, we've built upon it. You've done a great job enduring this. Keep it going for another breath. And as you release it, relax everything. Step the legs all the way up, point your toes and sweep your arms back and pull through opposite sides. Take a big belly breath in and push all that air out. Step your feet in. We taught that long session there. That was a big endurance. Now, your feet arrive close to your butt, flat on the floor, hip width apart. Let's double up the chin and flatten out your shoulder blades. You can put your hand on chest or tummy, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to rock your pelvic girdle until you get that low back skin touching. And once you find that, double up your chin and begin to rotate your head to the right. Slowly come back to center and then take it back right again. And come back center and slowly to the right. Now see if you can drop your chin towards your shoulder, then straighten out the neck and roll it back up. One more time, we're going to roll and drop the chin and roll back up, come to center. Opposite side, slowly. Almost like you're imprinting the back of your head into the mat. It's not a heavy push, it's more of a light push. Seeing if you can increase the opening of the neck without letting those shoulders pop off your mat. And drop the chin and raise it up and center that head. And do it one more time. All right, everyone meeting in a neutral head position. Let's double up that chin. Let's take your pelvic girdle down. We're going to start to pull up, just like you're taking your tailbone up off the earth. So that touch of the low back skin is kind of disappearing. You're basically pulling vertebrae by vertebrae from that base of your spine up and off the mat. And then eventually you're going to hit the lower part of your upper back. I'd like you to pull one vertebrae at a time up and off, just like you're peeling it up and off the earth. You can kind of feel it imprint when the weight shifts into it. As you lift higher and higher your hips, it's a push. So it's not really a lift, but the hips raise as we kind of push with the heels in this instance, creating that nice impression along each and every vertebrae that you can get. If you can make that feeling, push as high as you can. And once you get up there, once you arrive, hold up there. Take your belly, hollow it out. Now, your right toes, the ball of the big toe, push it into the mat. Do the same with the left. Bring your thighs together and try to maintain that high level of elevation. Let our arms with fingertips descend to the earth. See if you can get those thighs together while you hold high the hips. Squeeze those things. Squeeze them. And now, slowly, the way you arose, we're going to alight. So let the shoulders relax but be connected, and each vertebrae that you can bring back to your mat is a win. So make a lot of winning happen here. And when you arrive on the earth, when you feel that low back, you could feel that whole package of muscle you had working kind of go, oh, thank you. And you're welcome. Now, extend the legs out straight. Bring the hands up over the chest. Drop the chin into the chest, and Pilates style, bring it all the way up. Dive it all the way down. Inhale, extend it to a flat back. And walk it back in and find your 90 and 90 on your mat. Oh my God. There we go. Now, we're going to keep it relatively low profile to start, but we're going to start with the walking right out of the gate. So get it down low, push it up, and begin to move it over to the opposite side. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you arrive, start at the low spot. Wardrobe malfunction? No, I mean, move back that way. And then rise up and walk it all the way out. Now, I'm using a little more advanced here. You don't need to do what I'm doing. So the little advancement is to not use my hands. I think I finally graduated to this. Not that it took a long time. Well, it's only, what, 7 or 8 years? Oh, this is how you can measure how abused those hip muscles are. And it's not necessarily a good thing that when they don't function, because it really spells a lot of other problems relative to your movement and your health of that back of yours. I'm taking it down to a full fold. So it's kind of like a pigeon-like thing with a 90 and 90-degree hip, knee, ankle, blah, 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 going through all of the motion, full range. Keep it walking out. You can see I've hit fatigue in these muscles that normally were working earlier, and I'm helping or assisting with, just simply because they're tired. But it hasn't stopped me, and it shouldn't stop you. Keep it going. Someone's getting tired over there, or bored, hard to say. All right. Arriving back, we're going to bring those legs all the way forward now. Good job. It's a seemingly innocuous exercise, but so good for you. You can always do it when you have nothing, morning coffee and 90 and 90. There you go. All right, so let's take your right leg, step it in, keep it left leg angling out, and I'd like you to take your left elbow and bring it to wrap around your right knee. Now, let the spine kind of flex in, so you're just kind of like enjoying this, if you would consider this enjoyable. And now we're going to grow the spinal column, and we're going to double up the neck, and we're going to proud out the chest. You're going to feel a nice pull across that left shoulder, exterior into the back. That's your lats. We're going to try to rotate. So you're going to take that left shoulder and try to rotate it towards the right side as you continue to work the extension of your neck and spine. And then slowly come back and switch up sides. Wrapping. Making sure you maintain a good, stable position, which is on your sit bones. So we're going to start in spinal flexion. We're going to pull the body towards that leg. We're going to grow the spine as we proud the chest. And we're going to begin to rotate towards our left side. Spine growing. Use that right arm to help pull in the left leg and create that nice tension across the shoulders. Plant the back arm, use it to help extend the spine. Keep the shoulder rotating inwardly, and then slowly come back. Hopefully enjoy that nice lateral or side body release. A little bit of our rotator cuff muscles, getting a little bit of length. Everything's so good as we come back down onto our backside.
Stretch.
And when you need it, stretch time. Are we doing stretches now? Oh, I guess the boss wants to do stretches. So let's preempt our normal program to bring in stretches. So we're going to take our left foot by our butts, come into our figure 4 type of position. The setup is, as it always was, find that nice place, stable place to start from without the assistance of hands, because we still have a little bit of work here. We're going to pull that left knee in and use a little bit of resistance from that right leg. So you're pushing out with the right leg while you pull in with the left. So without this distance now, you're going to take that left leg, extend it straight, and push it down with a little resistance from that left leg. Push it down so that your back of the leg gets it all the way to the mat. So now we are an extended hip. And we have nice length through that front chain. We're going to shorten the length up by simply pulling in. You can drag your heel, you can lift it off. Whatever you do, you're going to use the muscles and those left hip flexor muscles to pull that left leg in with the right amount of resistance from the right. Now, once you're in here, wrap the hamstrings, so go through the center and around, and use your hands to stabilize the left leg as you now use the muscles of the right leg to push away and try to open the knee. And then relax that, take the hands off the hammy, extend that left leg straight, and slowly open it back up. So this phasing of the muscle under load is like a nice stretch forward. So it helps with those hip flexor strength and length. Good stuff. Now, knee bends, pull it back in all the way up. This is our last exercise on this side before we switch it up. Pull it in and try to rotate that right knee outwardly. Hold on this for another breath, and as you release it, let the left foot descend, set it up for the opposite side. Enjoy the journey. That's what they always say. All right, now, same work. Pull in the right knee. Use that left leg to resist that pull. We want to strengthen those hip flexors. We have to overload them. So now extend the leg out. Keep the resistance through the range of motion as you lower down the right leg. Try to get it all the way to the earth. Try to push with that left leg. You can kind of feel muscle going. Now, knee bends, bring it back up. Pull it in, anchor it with your hands. Take the left knee and try to rotate it externally. If you want to roll your neck, you can do that. Something else you can add in. Pull in a little more with that left leg. Try to rotate out a little more. Sorry, right leg pulls in a little more. Left leg tries to open up and then release and push that left leg down, which pushes the right leg towards the earth. It's opening up on its descent. It's finding its length as you can feel that nice release, hopefully, over the right hip. Pull it back in, bring it all the way in. When it gets there, pull it a little more, anchor it, rotate with that left leg. Try to pull in a little more. Oh, I can feel it making a difference. Can you? All right, let's release it. Let both legs extend all the way out. Nice. Now, take the hands above head, just like a diver entering the water. Just imagine your body nice and long, toes pointed, fingers, about to hit. As you release the breath, let's take the right and left leg and bring them in so you can feel the booty nice and touched. Now, as you wrap the right leg over the left, try to keep your knees as close together. And we're going to use the right to guide the left side. We're rotating onto that right cheek. You know which one I'm talking about. Let's take the left hand to the sky. We're going to set this up a little differently. So that left shoulder, I'd like you to begin to rotate towards the earth and see if you can land it. It may not. Don't worry if it doesn't. So that nice shoulder landing, if it's possible. Let's take the left hand and reach it out to the side so it's kind of pulling away. Now, Take the right leg and try to pull the left knee a little closer to the earth. And just hold for a couple breaths. Let's come back up and switch up and guide down. And let the right shoulder release from the earth to start. Without the arm guiding, I'd like you to kind of use the spinal column's rotation to help guide the shoulder down. And then reach the hand out and away from the body. And now use the left leg to pull the right knee a little closer to the earth. On the next breath, bring it all the way back up. Great job. Unravel it. Pull it in and rock slightly forward and back. Connect the bottoms of your feet and bring those feet sides to your mat. And then once you find that, let the knees splay open. Let's rock slowly from side to side. So you're kind of rolling up on one side versus the other. And then find a nice little rock that allows both legs to find a nice settle point. Pull the heels in a little more to your butt. And see if you can find a nice low back. So rock your pelvic girdle while you're in this position. And then find that low back touch. Hollow out the belly. Take the hands well above the head. Keep the peripheral view of the arms as you use cupped fingers to help pull the shoulders long. So this is working these anterior muscles because we've loaded them with the weight of your arm. Double up your chin. Open a little more with the legs if it's possible. If it's compromising the touch of the low back skin, re-engage the muscles that give that touch while you also add in that extra effort to open a little wider. Now, take the right leg and the right foot and bring it onto the thigh of the left leg and use the push of that leg to pull that leg back up and all the way over. Try to keep the length and the shoulders square so that thigh of the right leg can touch the mat and then guide it back up and switch up. Push the left ankle into the right leg as you guide it over to the left side until the thigh, or if it doesn't touch, your best version of it. Keep the shoulders square to your mat, level on them, come back up. Another great stretch accomplished. Bring the knees up and into the chest. Rock and roll up to a seated position. Beautiful. Now, find cross legs, your variation. 2 more stretches. This is one of them. We're just going to simply walk it out over the cross legs. And let the upper body descend. Just a couple breaths here before we switch it up. Let's inhale and extend. And bring it back to a seated position, only to switch up the crossing of our legs. And let's do it all over again. As you inhale and extend the spinal column, lock those hands back in. Make your legs comfortable. I'm just going to extend mine straight out. So I got these lovely knees that just don't like doing that anymore. And let's bring up, what, too much information?
Namaste.
Hands over hearts so I can say namaste. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see what's going on with Sue.